And we're live again, actually. So, I'm gonna do something that I was trying to do back in September, actually, but for God reasons, I don't know why it ended up deleting the video. So, we're basically kind of into the NBA season, and from what I'm seeing, honestly, is that a lot of teams are really just trying to struggle to get by as far as keeping up with their divisions basically. Um, we've had a few injuries. We obviously saw Alonzo Ball in a few games. That hasn't necessarily gone the Lakers' way of late. Um, so I guess in this video I kind of want to talk about my predictions basically for teams that I feel like are gonna kind of be better this year. I think that the Thunder are definitely going to be better. I think the Cavs are definitely going to be better. Um, and I mean, yeah, you have the Spurs. Obviously, they're always pretty much decent. Um, I don't know. I think the Raptors and the Wizards could possibly be teams that could make some impact. I think in their division, in their conference. Um, Unfortunately, I'm a Bulls fan, and I'm not looking forward to this season. I don't think it's going to be anything really spectacular without any real general talent uh, and veterans on the team. There's no way that they're going to win any more than 25 games. Um, I do think there are some teams that are more improved in the West as well. I think that the Timberwolves, Jazz, um, and I believe even if you really think about it, I even think the Dallas Mavericks are another team that could possibly make some noise, um, and even the Portland Trailblazers possibly. Um, so yeah, I think that there are some teams that could make a significant difference in their win. Uh, I just don't want to see the Warriors versus Cavs anymore. We've seen it too much in the past few years. We want teams who are not the Cavs and not the Warriors, honestly, competing for the championship. We want different teams in the playoffs this year. I don't want to just continue to review the playoffs and just have to deal with the same teams over and over and over again every single year. It's getting kind of old. Um, the whole thing about resting players, I think, is ridiculous too. I think that if you are paid millions of dollars to play basketball, then you should be out there playing it. Just because you have a sprained finger or a sprained toe or something like that. I mean, in the old days, if you got something like that, the coach pretty much would say, "No, you're going out and playing no matter what." Um, and one other thing I want to talk about real fast too is I know that Michael Jordan's been getting a lot of heat lately for some of the comments that he's been making, but I feel like he has a right to say some of those things. Um, the guy is a legend. He's won so many games in his career, plus championships. He's an owner. I feel like the guy deserves to say what he wants and what's on his mind. And if he thinks the league isn't fair and that some of these players aren't loyal to their teams, then he has every right to say it. Um, just like I think Scottie Pippen has every right to go on First Take and say things about Lonzo Ball. I mean, have we really been blown away with Lonzo yet? Not necessarily. Um, the one team that I'm pretty surprised with actually is the 76ers. I think that that's a team that the East needs to worry about. I think that that's a team that probably will make the playoffs this year. I think they're good enough to. Um, I even think the Bucks are more improved this year. Um, the Hawks not so much. They're like meh, 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 meh. Okay. They're not anything to. I don't even think the Nets are really going to be that good without Jeremy Lin if that's the situation. I mean, yeah, you have D'Angelo Russell, but who else is really going to be playing, you know, in the lineup that's really going to give you 25, 26 points a game? I just don't see that. Um, the same thing with the Pistons. I don't think the Pistons are really a team to worry about in that division. Um, I think that they're probably going to have a lot of tickets sold because of the new arena and things like that. But I don't think they're a team to worry about. No. I kind of feel that way in the Western Conference about the Jazz. I mean, I don't feel I just don't think the Jazz or the Suns are really going to be teams to worry about, or even the Kings. I mean, I don't know. Like, I haven't really seen too many games so far though, so I don't really know exactly what's going on. I just see highlights pretty much. So, but I'm not too impressed with Lonzo Ball. I just don't think that he's good at defense right now. He doesn't understand the NBA game whatsoever. His I definitely think his dad is part of the problem because his dad is just making him out to look like a superstar when he's nothing to that clearly, because even Kobe Bryant is saying something similar to Magic Johnson, basically saying no, this kid needs like full tuning. He needs to be ready for this game. He's not remotely ready, and I realize that he's only played a few games, but I still feel like the Lakers made the wrong decision by drafting this kid. I think that they really should have gone with Dennis Smith Jr. Or anybody else honestly in the draft. I feel like Marquis Falls, I think, probably would have been a better fit. Um, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really seen the kid play more than a few games so far with highlights, so I haven't really watched the full game yet. But I'm just saying, as a Lakers fan, I mean, it's hard for me to just sit here and say that yes, the Lakers are going to make the playoffs and stuff. No, that's probably not going to happen right now. It's going to be a few years before they're going to be good again. They need a veteran on the team, honestly, that understands um, how to play defense. That's the problem right now. Um, I don't know, like, and there's a lot of people out of the league right now that I think should have jobs who are veterans. Um, I was going over that list actually, and I was quite surprised. I was like, really? So people who have been in the league for several years, proven themselves. Like three players actually were on NBA championship teams the past few years, and they're not even on a roster. Like, what's up with that? Um, yeah, I don't know. Obviously, we're gonna get a new draft. Um, next year, and we'll probably get more younger players, and I don't know. I mean, but as a Bulls fan, this is not looking good. I mean, between the players fighting in the locker rooms, and just all the negativity with the coaching staff and the whole Jimmy Butler being let go and being traded to the Timberwolves in the offseason during the draft, I think that was probably one of the worst decisions you ever made. Um, in not re-signing Derrick Rose years ago, I think was probably one of the worst things you obviously guys decided, which I don't think is good for business in any form of way. Um, I don't know. This Bulls team just feels like um, how the Bulls felt after Pippen and Jordan left, to where they were just horrible and made fun of for years after that until they basically got it right with drafting the right players. Um, I don't know. I think this is a sad time to be a Bulls fan. Knicks, um, Magic, uh, yeah, I mean Kings, Lakers. Yeah, I mean it's most of the teams who used to be good are not very good anymore. I know there's a lot of people in Seattle right now that are trying to get money together to build a new arena, to bring back their team. I say go for it. I kind of want to see it. I kind of want to see the Sonics back. I think that that would be best for business. Seattle has always had a pride in their basketball programs. The Supersonics, for God's sakes, were one of the best franchises in the NBA history. I really was very sad when that happened when they went to Oklahoma City. I feel like that was a huge tragedy for Seattle, and I think that yes, you have the Mariners and you have like WNBA team now, um, but yeah, I feel like well, obviously the Seahawks with their success too. Um, I don't know. I just think that the city deserves to have a professional NBA team. Um, and I think if they do, they should keep the same name too. They should not change the name either. Um, what teams do I think will be in the championship game this year? Well, I'm gonna say Thunder are gonna come out of the West. I think that that's a better team. I think that they've got their stuff together. They understand how to play with one another. They understand how to play in the system. I've not really seen any bad highlights from that team so far. They've got their stuff together. Um, and I'm gonna say, my God, I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it, but it might end up being the Cavs. I don't see Boston without Hayward. Um, I don't know. I don't know what the Celtics are gonna do. I mean, they've got lots of young talent around them. Um, Kyrie Irving is a fantastic talent, and they do have like a pretty decent bench. I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, it might just come down to either them, either those two teams, or maybe the Washington Wizards. I think that they're good enough to advance possibly to the finals eventually. John Wall is insanely amazing. The guy just understands the system. He plays like a wild man. I don't know. Like I personally would like to see the Thunder versus like the Wizards. I think that would be an amazing NBA final. But unfortunately, I think that we're gonna eventually have to wait for a few years. We might end up dealing with the Cavs again in the finals, playing like the Thunder or the Warriors or the Spurs. I don't know. I don't think any other team from that Western Conference, other than maybe the Timberwolves, they're not too bad. They might be able to kind of compete. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to see at the end of the year. But so far, the highlights that I'm getting from all of the games is that not too many teams have their stuff together. Seems like they're, all fighting in the locker rooms amongst each other, and they can't really get things together. So we'll just have to see. But yeah, I just wanted to say that that's my preview for the NBA. Um, and we'll just have to see as the season goes on. Um, but I'm saying right now that my top picks for player of the year, honestly, MVP, is Russell Westbrook. I'm gonna say Kyrie Irving, Lonzo Ball, maybe. We'll throw him in, maybe. Dennis Smith Jr. And I'm gonna say Steph Curry. Um, Carmelo Anthony, let's throw him in there too, because he's on a good team now. So he might be able to actually do some damage. Um, I guess I'll throw LeBron in there. I'm not really a fan of LeBron, but I guess I'll have to throw him in there anyways. Um, but yeah, I think that the Rockets are a decent team too. But without Chris Paul, he's hurt right now, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with that situation. I mean, James Harden is a good player, but he needs to prove to me that he can actually win playoff series. And we'll just have to see what happens when Chris Paul comes back and see if they get their stuff together. Um, but yeah, I don't think that the Rockets are gonna make the NBA Finals. I don't think they're gonna get past the Thunder or the Spurs. I just don't see it. I even think the Timberwolves possibly could eventually eliminate them, honestly. Um, but yeah, this is Drizzle. I just wanted to do my NBA pre-adjustment for the season to see what teams I think are going to be decent this year. So yeah, everybody have a wonderful night. Bye.